Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell a story from Africa, from Nigeria. It's about names and it's called My Husband. And it goes like this. In the old days, women did not acknowledge their husbands as husbands. Now that is normal, but it wasn't always that way. In the old days, women just called their husbands friends. Well, actually, husbands called their wives my wife. Yeah, the wives called their husband just friends, my friend. A wife was, she could have many friends, but only one husband. So the story goes that there is a guy called Maka who also, his wife said to him, just called him my friend. And he just didn't think that was right, and he really wanted to change that. Got upset about that. So he went to a magician, a priest, if you wish, in the village, but one which had magical powers. And he said, can you have some magic that I can convince my wife to call me my husband? And the priest said, well, do you know any magic that can make a woman do what she doesn't want to do? But Maka pressed on and he said, what does your wife call you? And he says, yeah, she calls me friend. Well, do you think that is right? The priest considered and then gave a big bundle of magic to Maka, and he took it home. The next morning, he set out with his wife to go in the forest to go pick herbs, maybe some roots. So they came to a small clearing, and he said to his wife, please wait here. I just need to go a little bit beyond. I'll be right back. Just wait for me. And so he went a little bit beyond, and there, he sort of unleashed this bundle of magic, and he became a snake. And he went back to the clearing, and he he surrounded his wife, and he even threatened to bite her, and he slished and he hissed. But his wife was not impressed. She just got a little stick and poked him, and then he crawled away. And then Maka came back as a river. And the river just slushed all around his wife, pushing her this way, pushing her that way, threatening also to drown her. But she was also not impressed. She just moved up to a little bit higher ground, and she didn't even call for help. So the water retreated into the bush, and then Maka became a raging bushfire. And the bushfire descended upon his wife and surrounded her. And wherever she tried to go, the fire was there, and it kept getting closer and closer. And at a certain moment, it was really close, and it really, started. She could feel the heat. And then she called, my friend, my friend. But Maka didn't come. Nothing happened. But the fire came closer and closer. And so at a certain moment, it almost touched her clothing, and she was breathing smoke. And then she said, my husband, my husband. And then the fire died down. Maka came. And they together collected herbs, and then they went back home. From that day on, his wife always called him my husband. And since then, that became the custom everywhere. And so it is still today. Now, what can we take from these stories? Of course. Name, what's in a name? Who cares? But at another level, you can also look at this story and say that there comes a point in life that we all need help. And there is nothing wrong with asking for help from those that love you. Thank you.